Good morning, gardening friends. It is now Thursday at 9:30, and not a whole lot has changed around here, but there's a couple of things I want to go through today. I'm going to do this quickly just so I can get back to other things, because I've got an apartment I'm turning, and for those that don't watch on a regular basis, I actually manage this apartment complex, so every once in a while somebody moves out. And that's what's been keeping me busy this week, but let's take a look at the actual gardening. Here's the thing that's bothering me. I'm trying to do this cover cropping thing, and you can see off in the distance there, that's the outer ring, and the broom corn is growing and doing nicely. Meanwhile, on the inner ring, I have the lima beans that I planted on the 27th of last month, and today is the 25th? Oh yeah, 25th. So it's been almost a month and nothing is growing. And of course my batteries would go dead on me. So what I wanted to do here is I wanted to actually dig in and see what we find. I mean, at the surface the soil feels moist. I mean, nothing's growing. This is the problem with nothing growing is why. Now I'm digging where, if I remember right, that's where the seed went. It did say to plant it a fair distance down. I'm hoping to find an actual seed in here, and I'm not. Now that's interesting. Alright, that's one position. Let me keep digging and I'll come back. Okay, it took me a little time to find it, and the AC is turned on. That is what I'm guessing is a seed. Actually, it looks more like a piece of bark at this point. I don't know what happened. It's like the seeds just rotted in there. I mean, it's harder than the rest of the soil. So, at this point, I'll go ahead and put the fava beans in there and see what happens. I'm going to try and dig out the rest of them so I can see. That now makes me wonder about the other planter, and maybe that's what it, maybe these just weren't viable. So I'm going to do a little more digging, and I'll come back when I've got more information. Okay, I've gone through and dug up what I could. I think I came up with 3 of the 5, unless the other 2 shrunk. So I don't know, but I'm going to do basically the same thing I did before. I'm going to go ahead and just lay them out. Like so. Yeah, they're supposed to be about 4 inches apart. I figure it's kind of a give or take thing. And so then, this is exactly what I did last time, except I think the lima bean said like an inch, inch and a half down. This says only a ½ inch. So I'm just going to push them down there about a ½ inch, cover it up, do the same for the others, and we'll give it some water. And we'll watch and see how well these things grow. This was, I guess, kind of the original plan, was to pick a better cover crop, and fava beans seem to be, if you're going to plant beans, the better ones. But we'll see. That's this one. Now let's go look at the other one. This is the other big planter with the same problem, except that I planted it 11 days later, but I'm still not seeing any germination. So I'm going to go ahead and dig in, see if there's any signs that the seeds are germinating. Otherwise, I'll pull them out and replace them. Alright, well, honestly, I could not find anything I could clearly identify as a seed. So I'm going to go ahead and plant the favas in here. At least these 2 planters will have the same planting date. So they should have, if they have roughly the same germination rate, the only real differences being whether I get the same amount of water and whether they get the same amount of sun. So we'll just have to see. But we're starting over with these 2 planters, and we'll see what comes of it. Good afternoon, gardening friends. It's now Saturday at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. It's overcast, which explains the difference in lighting here. Not a whole lot more to say beyond what I've already just shown you. So let me just kind of cover the highlights real quick, and we'll wrap up for this week. I showed you this tomato last week. This is on the heat-tolerant, what's it called, Somerset tomato plant, and this one's turned almost completely red. Oh wow, I don't know if you actually saw the little hummingbird fly in the picture there. He's checking out the feeder, which has nothing in it. I've got to refill that. Anyway, so I just wanted to show you what the tomato looks like. It's almost 100% red at this point, so I'll probably be enjoying it tomorrow or the next day. Besides that, here's what the Morcone pepper looks like. It has not changed color yet. There's a little tinge of yellow on it, but overall it's not going towards red or orange. I forget which one it's supposed to be, but not there yet. And I just wanted to give you a quick shot of the rarity around here. We've actually got clouds. They're talking about possibility of drizzle today or maybe tomorrow morning. Then we go back to the heat. And with that, as tiny little raindrops start to fall on my head, we'll wrap it up for the week. This is the Budget Gardener signing off saying, may your thumb be green.